Penetration testing, or pen testing, simulates an actual attack on the network. Pen testing is security testing conducted from outside the organization's security perimeter and involves an active analysis for a lot of potential vulnerabilities. The attack is limited only by the rules of engagement or the scope of work. An organization usually hires external pen testers. The scope of work details the parameters and limits of the pen test. A list of all network vulnerabilities isn't usually covered in the scope of work. For example, an organization may want the pen testers to focus on a specific system, like a web server or a certain network of systems. Any vulnerability outlined in the scope of work is fair game. There are thousands of vulnerabilities a pen tester can check for. There are three main testing styles for penetration testing. In black box testing, also known as blind testing, the pen testers have no prior knowledge of the infrastructure they're testing. The organization doesn't give them any information. The pen testers are essentially told to attack us and see what you can find. The pen testers have to figure everything out. This is similar to an attack from an outside entity who doesn't have any knowledge of the organization or its network. There's a second type of pen testing called white box testing, also known as full disclosure testing. In this type of test, the pen testers are given details of the infrastructure they'll be testing. This simulates an attack from a malicious insider who has detailed knowledge of the organization and its network. A third type of pen testing is called gray box testing, also called partial disclosure testing. In this type of testing, some system information is provided to the pen testers, but not everything. This replicates an attack from a determined external attacker who has done a bunch of research on the organization to learn as much as possible before executing the attack. To make sure that the pen testing process is thorough and reliable, most organizations require pen testers to follow the guidelines in the open source security testing methodology manual. This manual has a peer-reviewed methodology for performing pen tests. Check out the manual if you'd like to learn more about pen testing. To review, penetration testing simulates an actual attack from outside the network. Usually, an organization hires outside consultants to do this. There are three main testing styles: black box, white box, and gray box. You should also be aware of the open source security testing methodology manual.